Hello Cancer Nation, welcome to my shiny new channel and your weekly tarot reading for December 26th through January 1st. If you haven't met me, and you probably haven't since this is a brand new channel, I'm Sophie and I'm an intuitive reader. I'm going to be pulling a few cards to see what's going on with you currently. I'll be taking a look into your recent past, your current energy, and the immediate future. Then I'll close it out with a few oracle cards and messages from the universe. Remember, these are general readings, so they may not resonate for everyone or every situation. Be sure to check the description box below for more information on cards, decks, books, all the things. And personal readings are currently available, so there's a link below for that as well. Ooh, Ace of Cups. And don't forget to check your sun, moon, and rising signs. And with that, let's get into your reading. Ooh, Emperor energy. I want to apologize. I got really sick. It wasn't COVID, but it was definitely flu-like. I had a fever for days, and it just took me some time to get back on my feet and get my energy back to do readings. But I am here now, and we will continue doing readings as normal. I think I'm going to do some like New Year's readings, like 2023, you know, big picture kind of stuff. So stick around for that. All right, what do we have for Cancer for the end of the year? What do we have for Cancer for the end of 2022? Okay. What do we have for the end of the year for Cancer? It's feeling like some kind of self-imposed situation is going to be coming to an end. You're feeling a bit sad. Okay, I've got a Tower moment. Chaos and conflict. All right. Let me get this all in the frame. My OCD needs it to be all straight. All right. So in your current energy, you have the Hangman. So this is you looking at a situation, trying to see what information you can garner from it. This is you looking, this could be introspective work possibly, but it's definitely you trying to basically like assess a situation and look at it from multiple angles, you know, not just with your head or not just with your heart, or, you know, you could possibly be trying to figure out what the other person is thinking, trying to, you know, walk a mile in their shoes kind of thing. Now, we also have your Queen of Swords here. So this is somebody who is very guarded. Somebody who is very intellectually intelligent, maybe not so much emotionally intelligent, but is definitely guarding her heart. And her being not gender specific here, it's just, you know, we all embody masculine and feminine aspects, so leave gender out of it. But this is somebody who is very guarded. I feel like this is your energy here, especially with what I'm seeing on the board. You are taking in a lot of information and you're building up walls. I feel like you've been hurt. I feel like you've been disappointed. And over here you have your Four of Cups. So this is definitely feeling unfulfilled. It's almost like you may have decisions that you need to make and you're not sure which direction that you want to go. You may be feeling apathetic, but what you have to remember is even though you may have chaos and conflict over here, the universe still has gifts coming your way. You're just not seeing it. So it's sort of like the silver lining of the situation. And you have your King of Cups in reverse here. It's your silver lining. It's you finding, oh, and look, there's that Ace of Cups that fell out on the board when I was shuffling. So this is you finding the silver lining. This is you finding your happiness and finding your emotional center, if you will. But you're guarding it, if that makes sense. It's sort of like this is the soft, squishy center of you, and you're now protecting that against whatever this situation is. So you're looking at the situation, you're assessing, you're trying to figure out maybe what your options are, where you're going to go next. This could be love or career. It's coming very neutral for me, so take it as it resonates for your situation. I'm not really leaning to one side or the other at this point. So I really do get the sense, though, that you're doing some introspective work, but something in your external is affecting you very deeply at the moment. And so that's where the, you know, being guarded is coming into play. I'm not going to get into that. We're going to keep going, actually. Okay, so Is this one on top? No, your hangman was on top. Okay. And this is just a little clear quartz I'm going to use to prop this up so that it's not so shiny in your face. Okay, so whatever this situation is, though, that you've been thinking about, it's been leaving you in this sort of self-imposed prison. This is a really interesting card for me because if you notice, she's blindfolded, she's all tied up, but she has all of these swords around her. So if she really, really wanted to, she could free herself of this prison that she's in, this binding that she has. But instead, this has always come across to me as sort of like a damsel in distress. This is the person who wants somebody to come along to help them. And take a look at this. So this is the after tarot. So this is what comes in the next moments when you're looking at your tarot. That's my dog. She's getting all woofy. And in the after tarot, the very next moment, the very next scene, you'll see that there is somebody that comes along who actually comes to her rescue. Shh, stop it, please. She hears things and she has to woof at him. I want you to see this. There it is. Okay. Shh. Lily, go lay down. Go lay down. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. So in the after tarot, like I said, this is the scene that comes the very next moment after the traditional imagery. So you'll see here that in the next image, somebody is coming along to help her, to set her free. And that's what she's really waiting for. Like I said, this card has always come across as the damsel in distress for me. So go lay down. Stop. It's fine. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know. I know you're grumpy. I know. I know. Thank you. She's like, you're not letting me do my job, Mom. she's getting mouthy. She's talking back to me. So I do get the sense, though, that because you are looking at this situation from a different perspective, that is the thing that's actually going to come along and set you free. So even though this is a self-imposed imprisonment at this moment, and really this is emotional, this is not like a physical imprisonment or something like that. This is purely emotional, and you have the key to release yourself from this situation. It's just a matter of getting to that point. So on the one hand, I do get this sense that you're sort of waiting for somebody to come along and free you of the situation, but the reality is you have the key to unlock your own freedom, if that makes sense. Like, I know the imagery here is showing you somebody coming along, but that somebody is actually you freeing yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to move on. Otherwise, I'll sit here and explain to death. So your Five of Cups here is a sense of loss, a sense of grief, a sense of possibly abandonment, of things not going the way you expected. And that's definitely connected to, you know, your overall situation. You're feeling a sense of disappointment. You're not trusting. Somebody may have deceived you, and that deception led to this tower moment. Now, this particular tower moment is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's an unwanted change, you know? So I don't get the sense that this situation has like burned your life down. For some people, the tower moment can be like a complete transition, especially when it's next to death, like transitions, transformation, like really, really big things, like complete upheaval. For you, it's not coming through as that way. This feels more like an unwanted and undesirable change, especially with this 5 over here. There's something in your life that, you know, maybe you thought was going well, and then it turns out that the person on the other side was seeing things in a completely different way. And again, I'm still getting a very neutral energy. So this could be relationship, this could be job, career, you know, something like that. Maybe you thought you were doing really well in your job and somebody else was looking around going, no, not so much, you know, something like that. Or your relationship, like you thought the relationship was on track and going well, and the other person was like, yeah, this just really isn't working for me. And so at the end of the day, it created this chaos and this conflict in your life because you're like, well, I don't understand why things aren't working. I thought everything was fine. But for whatever reason, the person on the other end of that line was not like on that same wavelength as you. Does that make sense? Okay, so now, and I'm going to shuffle this just because, and look, there's that Ace of Cups again. So I do really get the sense that you are the one that's going to help yourself here. And it's really just you taking in the information and gaining that new perspective and putting it to good use for yourself. All right, so what's coming next for Cancer? All right, so here's your Four of Cups. Here's your Five of Wands. King of Cups. Your King of Cups was over here too. Knight of Swords. I feel like I saw that for you as well. So what's coming next? What is your last card here for Cancer? What is your last card here for Cancer? Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay. All right, so your energy moving forward is one of rebuilding foundations. Okay. This particular reading style that I do with the 5 cards, it's not a layout, it's just telling a story. But for some reason, I've noticed more and more that this very last card always seems to come out as like a warning of the situation. So what this is warning is be very mindful about your thoughts. Be very mindful. So this is all about like anxiety and stress, and it could be nightmares. It could be battling your own like inner demons, you know, things like that. This is a personal battle. This is an internal battle. And this is telling you that you need to be very, very careful about your thoughts. You need to go into a place of rest and recovery and healing from this situation, this surprise situation, and move forward into an energy of rebuilding a new foundation. So over here you have your Four of Cups. This is you feeling unfulfilled. It's the card that comes before this one, your Five of Cups. So your Five of Cups is your loss, your regret, feeling abandoned possibly. This is you looking at the situation and trying to figure out what direction you're going to go in. Wasn't that one of, yeah, it was your Four over here. Trying to decide where you're going to go. This is Four of Cups, Four of Wands. This is rebuilding energy. This is you making decisions about the direction you're going to go in and what serves you and what does not. Now remember over here, so this is the after tarot. This is the interesting thing. Over here, we have the universe offering you a gift and saying, look, I know that you're contemplating these things over here, but we have an offer for you. And in this very next one, you're taking that offer and you're pouring it on the ground saying, I don't want that. That's not what I want. Now, that's perfectly okay, but just remember that if you continue to reject the things that the universe is sending you, the universe is going to stop sending you things. So just keep in mind, you know, like watch for the signs and be mindful of what's coming in for you. Okay, so keep going. So your Five of Wands here, this would normally be about rivalry and challenges. You know, over here you've got your chaos and conflict. This feels like things are going to begin to settle down for you now. That chaos and conflict, that rivalry is going to begin to ebb. You know, it's going to lose its heat. It's going to lose its effect. Things are going to calm down. And then you've got your King of Cups here. So this is, you know, I feel like this is talking more about you. So the King of Cups is somebody who's very supportive. They're very empathetic. They're very tolerant of people. And they're much more emotionally balanced. And so for you, I feel like this is kind of tapping into your temperance energy a bit, where you're finding your Zen point. You're trying to find your balance. And so as you're moving out of this place of chaos and conflict, you're moving into a place of emotional stability for yourself. And will you please stop? I know that's your job, but not while I'm reading, okay? Thank you. Now, your Knight of Swords is a very fast-moving energy. This is, you kind of taking the bull by the horns and making things happen. It's a very fast-moving energy, and sometimes it can depict like lifestyle changes. So I feel like this is you saying, I know what's best for me, and I'm going to, it's sort of like I'm getting this sense of like purging the things that are no longer for you, coming into a place of emotional stability and moving forward with kind of a new phase of your life, moving forward with the things that you know are good for you. And this goes back to this hangman energy of you're gaining new perspectives, you're gaining new insight, and you're going to apply that to create a new foundation for yourself. You're creating a new life for yourself. Whether this is career or romance, this is you rebuilding from the bottom up. And again, your warning here is just to be very, very careful about those intrusive, damaging thoughts. You don't want to get back into this energy over here of feeling trapped. You are releasing yourself and moving forward in a new, very positive, very healthy direction. And you just need to be very, very mindful that you don't dwell on things of your past for too long and allow that energy to infiltrate and affect your future. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go with the whole like toxic positivity, angle here. I don't believe in that. I feel like if you need to grieve a situation, you absolutely must do that. There's a process to healing. There's a process to getting your life back on track. There's a process to eliminating things that are toxic to you and redefining who you are as a person and where you're going in this lifetime. So it's okay to enter into a space of, I'm feeling really, really down in this moment, and that's okay. Just don't stay down. And there was a quote somewhere, and I always get it wrong, but it's something like, getting knocked down is an accident, but staying down is a choice. And I feel like you are choosing to not stay down because you have this energy here of like trying to fix things moving forward, of rebuilding. I mean, and look how bright and happy this card is. Look at the sun that's shining. Like, this is very, very positive energy of building a new foundation for the future. You have your 8 here. This is fast moving energy, just like your Knight of Swords here. So whatever it is that you're building for yourself, I'm hearing you're doing everything right. You're going to get emotional fulfillment out of this situation. And again, I feel like a lot of this is personal for you. Emotional fulfillment may not necessarily come from a partner. It's the emotional fulfillment you feel when you are meeting your own needs and not expecting somebody else to do it for you. Does that make sense? And that's part of the key of releasing yourself from this prison, is the emotional fulfillment you're going to get from taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself rather than putting that onus on someone else. That's a big, big part of your healing process and the things that you are learning at this point. Ooh, okay, so that is the core of the message, is taking care of yourself and healing yourself in order to create a better life for yourself, a better version of yourself. Wow, I like that message. All right, what do we have for Cancer? This is the Messenger Oracle. What do we have for Cancer? I love this deck and I love the messages, but it has this weird thing where it like chunks cards. They don't flip out individually the way I like to pull them. So if I get a chunk, I usually just take the one that's on top. But I do love this deck. Do we have Messenger Oracle for Cancer? Messenger Oracle for Cancer? Hear the Ancient Ones, Need and Necessity, and share your thoughts. Okay, so Hear the Ancient Ones is all about you talking to your guides. This is definitely connected to your moon energy here and seeking guidance from, God, source, spirit world, ancestors, guides, angels, whatever you want to call it. Need and Necessity is about you finding your balance. for me, you notice there's a yin and yang on here. You've got darkness and light, black and white. This is you coming into your balance. And again, this is very temperance energy to me, just like your King of Cups is you tapping into that temperance energy. It's a balance that you're looking for. And then share your thoughts is, I do get the sense it has something to do with your King of Cups here. It's definitely to do with your healing, and this is coming through as possibly a therapist or somebody that you're very, very close to that you can share your feelings with, and it will help keep you on track when it comes to these negative thoughts and emotions that you're having. When you share them with this other person rather than holding on to them, it will help you process through them. Whereas if you don't share this information, you know, these things that are giving you anxiety, if you hold on to that, that negative energy is going to spread and it's going to affect other areas of your life. And that's going to inadvertently sabotage what it is that you're working on. Because right now, you're trying to heal. You're trying to come into a better version of yourself. But negativity is much, much more, you can grow negativity more easily than you can positivity. It's just like when you were in school and if you got really, really good grades and then all of a sudden you got one bad grade, like how quickly it pulls your GPA down. It's the same thing. This negativity can do a lot of damage very, very quickly if you don't regulate it and maintain it, you know? So that's where the share your thoughts comes in. You need somebody that you can talk to about this so that it doesn't pull you off track. Does that make sense? That's all I'm getting for you today. I'm not hearing that there's anything else. All right, Cancer, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Help me get my messages out to other people just like you who can benefit. Check your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.